Hey everybody, it's Michelle and welcome to my channel. This is going to be installment number whatever the thumbnail and title shows. This will be installment fill in the blank. We are going through our foundations today. Foundations and probably blushes are the ones I have the most of, and let's get into it. As you know, our project pan, we have two foundations in there. We have the KVD Lock-It foundation, which is very light, and then we have the Neutrogena in soft beige, which is very dark. So the two of them together gives you what we have on my face today. And if you want to see this eye look is week 1, third look. By the time you see this, it will be the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette, so I can just tell you the palette that it is. Now I'm going to angle you down so that you can actually see all of my foundations, and we will go from there. Alright, so I have them separated. These are the ones that are used, and these are the brand new ones that I've not used. At least I don't believe I've used any of them. Obviously the ones in boxes I know I've never used. I know I've never used these two. That one's still in a wrapper. These two I don't remember, so I'm going to put them over here as ones that I've used, along with the Yensa, because I think I've used this one. I'm not positive. So the ones that I think I've used are over here. These all are brand new. And I do have a couple powder foundations. The rest are liquid. So let's start with the ones that I have used or I think I've used. Let's start with those. So we have two from AOA Studios, Perfect BB Cream. This one is in the shade Fair, and this one is in the shade Light, which is why I think I've used these, because the light is darker than the fair. That's why I think I've used these before. So there's those two. Alright, and then obviously we know that I have used the Laura Geller in the shade Light. This is the Quenching Tint. I don't remember using this one, but it feels like there's less product in here than what there should be, so I'm guessing I have tried it. This is the Antidotes Tinted Moisturizer from the Balm, and this is in the shade number 14, I guess. That's what it says on the top there in the back. It says 14. So there's that. That's why I think I've used it, because there is like a divot in the center. Let me see, is there a... Nope, I've never used this one, so let me put this over here, because I had a safety seal in it. Does this have a safety seal? Yep. I guess that's how I can tell, is if there's a safety seal. There's no safety seal in that one. This one I know that I've used before, because as you can tell in the cap, it's all grody. This is the Revlon Color Stay 24-Hour Long Wear Makeup in the shade 110. I believe it's porcelain. Nope, it's ivory. 110 Ivory. I know I've used this one. I have a backup of this one actually, but I have used this one. This is the Purlisse Radiant Glow Illuminator BB, and this is in the shade Light Medium. And so is this one. This one's a full one. This one I've used, but I'm going to put them together. And then we have the Fair Light from Wonder Beauty. I've used this to mix with other foundations because this one's a little dark, as you can tell. It's a little dark for me. So I used this and put it in with other foundations. So those are the ones that I have used but are still in my collection, and then the rest of these are brand new that I've never used. Probably never even, this one I opened for the first time today. It is a I got it on clearance. As you can, there was a clearance sticker here. I took it off as much as I could without messing up my nails, because these are brand new nails and I don't want to mess them up. So this one is a matte foundation. I don't really like matte foundations. I'm not sure, other than the fact that it was on clearance at Walmart. That's the only reason I can think of that I bought it, and it is in the shade Beige Bronze. And as you can tell, it's not my shade. It's a little dark, but I could also use this and darken it up and it would become my shade. Just not too sure about the matte part of it, because my skin is already dry in most areas, so I don't know that I would like a matte formula, but I'm going to try it out because I have it. And then we have the L'Oreal True Match, and this is in the shade Fresh Ivory number 5.5. So as you can tell, this one is very light as well, so I would need a darker foundation to deepen it up a little bit. And then we have the Fenty Beauty, and this is Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. So this is a matte foundation and is in the shade 100. Then I have from Thread, and this is in the shade Fair. This is a stick foundation. It's a little mini. I have a mini of Ciate London Extraordinary BB Cream in the shade, you get to guess, in the shade 100. Yeah, it just says shade. Shade is 100. Then I have these two Purlisse Sheer Glowed Vitamin C Tinted Moisturizer, and they're both in the shade Fair. I have this LYS. I got this to try because Riri got it. She didn't like it on her skin, but she has oily skin and I have dry skin, and it's in the shade LN3. So I figured I would give it a try just to see how it works on me. And then we have, and this is still sealed, it has the cellophane still on the bottom, Ulta Beauty Complexion Crush Medium Coverage Foundation, and this is in the shade, where you be? What shade do you be? Very Fair Cool. Very Fair Cool. I have some more minis. Obviously we already went over this one and this one. The Antidote is in the shade number 14, and the Yensa BC Foundation, the BB and CC Full Coverage Foundation, this is in the shade Light Neutral. And remember, those still had the safety seal on them. And then we have the Tarte Face Tape, and this is in the shade Fair Neutral in a mini. We have the Maracuja, and this is in the shade Tarte Maracuja in Light Sand. So this one is a little bit darker, so I would pair this with one of the lighter shades as well, just to try to mix it to make it more of my color. And then I have two of the Tarte Amazonian Clay. One is in the shade Medium Neutral and the other one is in Ivory. Medium Neutral and Ivory. So these two together would probably make my perfect shade. Now for the full-size foundations. I have this Bare Minerals Bare Skin that I got from Tanelia Kim. It's still brand new, never used. It is in the shade Bare Shell 02. And then I have Porcelain Beige Tarte Face Tape. And then we have the ColourPop No Filter Foundation, and this is in the shade Fair 30. And then for the powder foundations, I have two powder foundations. One is from Laura Geller, And this is the Baked and Balance Color Correcting Foundation in the shade Light. And then I have Luna Magic Soft Perfecting Foundation Powder in the shade Light as well. Now I do have a sample of the Clinique Even Better WN01 Flax. When Shelly and I were out one day, we stopped and got color matched, and I got this shade. And then I also got a bunch of different samples. I believe it was with a Sephora order that I got. And then I purchased this CoverGirl Clean Invisible, and I got a bunch of different shades. My cousin Tiffany's daughter Scarlett is going to come over next week, and I can use some of these darker shades on her when we play with some makeup. So I've got those, and then a bunch of other samples right here. Okay, so those are my foundations that I have. Let's count them. So including the two that are in my project pan. And I'm not going to count these samples as anything. So with the two we have in my project pan, that gives us a total of beans and rice. We have 29. That was a 2 and a 9 foundations. But I'm counting all of these little minis as a full foundation as well. So we have 29 foundations. Doesn't matter if it's mini or big. I counted them all the same because they are a product in my collection, in my inventory that I need to use up. So we don't need no mo foundations. None. None more. None more. Nope. Nope. Bad. No more foundations. We have enough foundations. I need to get through some of the foundations before we buy any more. Goodness gracious, at least this video is a little bit shorter. I just finished filming my face primer, eye primer, setting spray, and concealer video, and that one was 25 minutes. Let's hope I can get that edited down and get all the ums and the dead air out. This video I don't think I'm going to edit at all because, well, I'll have to edit part of it because I made a mistake when I was filming. So I will edit some of it. Anyway, as always guys, please remember to give this video a big thumbs up. It really, really, really does help my channel, and I am trying to grow. I want to hit at least 500 by my birthday, which is in March. That's just, I think, 19 more people. So if you can share me out to your friends and family, I would greatly appreciate it. Get them to subscribe and watch a couple videos. They might think I'm a hoot. I don't know. I think I'm kind of a kick in the pants. As always, guys, please remember, as I said before, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not already. Ring that notification bell so you're notified of each and every upload, because I do plan to upload at least 3 to 4 times a week. Just depends on what the wheel chooses and if there's a vlog that week or an unboxing. My upload schedule is going to be Sunday for vlogs if I do one, then Monday and Wednesday at least for the wheel, and then Friday if the palette is big, because you know that when I do my wheel, I also do it as a project pan, meaning I have to hit every single pan in that palette and use every single shade at least one time. Some of them I can use more than once, but if I have to use at least one time that palette in order to say that that palette is completed for the wheel. So if it's a bigger palette like this one was, the Bloodlust palette, then you get 3 videos that week of different eye looks. If I don't have an eye look, I don't really plan on doing any spending. I do have a Shop Miss A haul and a Goose Creek haul, candle haul coming, so you'll see those videos at some point. I do plan on getting Ipsy's in February and March, but then after that, I think I'm going to put it on hold for a while, just until I can get some products used up and make sure that I actually continue filming and continue staying on this course. I've done really well so far this year. Today is only the 5th, but still there's only one day that I did not get dressed, and I've done makeup several times this year so far, which is way more than I did in the month of November and December combined. So the fact that I have makeup on today, I had makeup on not yesterday, but the day before. So, I mean, I've worn makeup, so I've been using my Project Pan. So I don't see a reason why I can't hit pan on something. Also, if you want to see that Project Pan video, go check it out. It was uploaded on, I believe, the 31st of December, so that you would be able to see it for, or maybe it was the 30th. I don't remember. But my new Project Pan for 2026 has been uploaded. I plan on doing a TikTok of the project, or I've done a TikTok of the Project Pan, and I'm going to do a short as well for those that don't want to stick through that 30-minute video of my Project Pan. I'm going to do a short as well. That'll probably be the next video that I record. So, as always, guys, please remember to be kind to one another. You know the rest. Bye, guys.